And he pulled up in one of them old cars from like the 90s, like 1998 or like 2001, 2002. And then when he pulled off on them, it just started squeaking. I'm like, this man has no pride at all. He don't care, bro.
J. Cole, that motherfucker boils my blood. And ever since the song Let Nas Down, I knew J. Cole was not a good person at all. Like a booger, a booger of a person. Less than a booger. Like, I don't think it's even possible to put in words how much I dislike J. Cole. I don't even want to say hate because that implies like I love him at some point. Like, you gotta have, like, it's purely dislike. But at the same time, this needs to be studied, right? When he made the song Let Nas Down, he did two things. First, he was biting off a Ye from Big Brother. So he took that, spent it, and said, oh, I'm going to do my own thing like that, right? And then two, he put Nas in this position where now he has to soften his stance because now he looks too harsh. Like, damn, I let Nas down, bro. Damn, Nas, like, I was your fan, bro. Now Nas is in the public eye. Now he almost has to, like, apologize for his stance on J. Cole. That was manipulative. And I knew at that point, I was like, he's not for me, right? But then he started to do these performances where he's riding around on a bike, catching these photo ops. He knew, like, if you're an intelligent person and you understand there's all these cameras around you, all you got to do is spend a couple days just riding on a bike. Then people will see you, take pictures, and now you have this performance of humility. Now people can see you. Oh my gosh, J. Cole out here, right? Because people know, they clocking you already. They know you making millions. So for him to like do that and go out and ride, like he ain't have to do that. So for the average person, they're just gonna look at it as a genuine move. But for me, I can see underneath the surface because you know that people know how much you make. So when you do something that shows you're humble, it almost like it cancels it out for me. Because I'm like, you got Bentleys. I'm looking on Google, like he's clearly got a collection of cars. So he can afford a car. He's choosing to ride a bike for what reason, if not to show he has humility? Right? Because it'd be different. He was like, look, I'm steady giving my money away. I literally have no money. Like, I'm always giving it away. Like, I literally, like, it'd be a different thing. He was like, yo, look, I literally got to ride this bike. Yo, I'm out here doing DoorDash. But then that's a little too much because it's like, all right, are you making music? We know you got a little bit of bread. So the final nail in the coffin is to see him with this Fall Off album. Again, same mindset. If you know that people know that you're dropping an album, people who fucks with you is going to be on the lookout. So when somebody see you in a Honda Civic, they're like, damn, J. Cole out here driving this busted Honda Civic. Like, how much effort does it take for you to go and just buy a $4,000 Honda and drive around in it for like a couple days, a couple weeks? He's not living with that car. As soon as this rollout is done, it's gonna go away. He can trash it, sell it, whatever. But for the average person, they only gonna look at that level and just see like, damn, bro got a fucking Honda Civic. You think he really needs to drive a Honda Civic? It's a fucking performance, bro. This shit needs to be studied. Like, that's low-key manipulative, but at the same time, it's brilliant because ain't nobody gonna watch me say this. Nobody's gonna see me espouse this. Most people are gonna see this gesture and they're gonna be satisfied with it. I'm just putting this out there just for the record. Like, I see through the farce. And honestly, it might even be a stretch to say like the same way Kendrick feel about Drake is the same way I feel about J. Cole. Like Kendrick can see all the way through Drake that most people didn't see. And when he brought the beef out, it became evident. But he had enough credibility that it wasn't like a pure hater. And he threw it out there like, I'll admit, I'm a hater. I don't got a hate and bone in my body, but I hate everything that you do. That's brilliance. Like Kendrick really walks with humility. Like he's not out here like trying to showcase like, look, I'm so humble, bro. He literally is humble. He got money. He got the gold crown and all that. Like, I'm not glazing, bro, but like for whatever reason, Kendrick, I feel, is more authentically authentic. Genuinely authentic. Like J. Cole is the performance of authenticity.
To you. It's not 2020. How'd I do, Joe? Is that your ATM pin code?
Yeah. That's weird. I'm skeptical because I've got that pin code in the mail. You know?
He's calling his bank right now and be like, yo, do you know this? Has this guy been playing the long game?
Yeah, I don't like that.
A little over 31 years ago, a novel was published written by a man named Christopher Priest. The book's title, The Prestige, is taken from the final act of a magician's stage performance. The book's story got the attention of another Christopher Nolan, who adapted the film for the big screen. The Prestige, now on IMDb, is currently sitting in its top 50 highest scoring films of all time. Christopher Priest said that a magician doesn't reveal his secrets because they're large and important. Instead, a magician doesn't reveal his secrets because they're small and insignificant, and that the wonderful effects that you see on stage are so often the result of a secret so absurd that a magician would frankly be embarrassed for you to learn that that is how it was truly done. In essence, the greater the trick, the harder it falls. The more impressive the illusion, the more embarrassing its revelation. And I think Christopher Nolan understood this. In the film, Christian Bale's character has this scene where he's sitting in the audience of a magic show, and he discovers how this old Chinese magician performs his act. But he doesn't blurt out the secret. Instead, he does what I hope all of us would do, and sits there with nothing more than a knowing smile. Now, I think it's natural to assume that a magician's trick is ultimately confined to the stage that he's performing on, that the deception essentially starts and ends with the show. But remember, magicians are in the business of exploiting your assumptions to force you to perceive the impossible. And your assumptions don't end with the show. Your assumptions aren't confined to the stage. The stage exists within your assumptions.
Look at the man.
This is the trick. This is the performance. Right here. This is why no one can detect his method. Total devotion to his art.